Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. This is Guns and Gadgets, the premier source for Second Amendment news, and I bring you Second Amendment news day and night. And for those who stuck with me for a 15.5-hour live stream yesterday, we finally did get to the ATF issue in the House Judiciary Committee. That video is up. Long night. Thank you all for being part of it, and thanks for the huge donations to Gun Owners of America. Today, I want to do a quick video to tell you what's going on with some forced reset style triggers and the ATF, and what you should or should not do about it. Now, I am not an attorney, but I'm going to read you advice from Firearms Policy Coalition, which are attorneys. So, the forced reset triggers issue. Now, this is information that's come from multiple sources. John Crump has actually talked to Tony McKnight of Big Daddy Unlimited, as well as his contacts at ATF, and several other people have reached out to me saying they know somebody who has had a visit from ATF, and it's happening in some different states. So it appears as though the evidence would have me believe that ATF has ramped up their contacts, their encounters with people related to forced reset style triggers. Now, how did they get the list? How did they get the customer list? I don't know. I'm not here to lob allegations because I don't have that information. But what I do know is several people have had visits or phone calls from the ATF. The ATF is looking for said people to turn over those items. As you may or may not recall, forced reset triggers have been deemed machine guns by the ATF. Thus, having a little trigger pack is akin to having an unregistered, non-transferable machine gun. So if you do have one of these, there are chances that you may get a phone call or a visit from your local ATF. Now, ATF is suggesting people contact their local field office to arrange a surrender of that item. Now, because we went through this before, I am going to give you some information again that was put forth by Firearms Policy Coalition, and this is right on their website. You can find out. I'll link it down below for your reference. But there are some things that they recommend that you do, and some things that they do not recommend you do. Number one is never talk with any law enforcement officers unless advised to do so by your lawyer. Get a lawyer. If you have one of these, at least talk to a lawyer and get some legal advice. Never talk to federal law enforcement thinking you're doing the right thing, because they're not there to be your friend. Some things they say related to this is do politely tell them, the ATF, that you want to speak with or through a lawyer, then stop talking and engage a lawyer. If you are detained or arrested, then seek legal advice immediately. You may wish to inform close family and friends how to contact your lawyer to notify them that you have been detained or arrested. Number two is do not speak with anyone, including family members, until your lawyer speaks with you and advises you. Loose lips often sink ships. Do not open doors unless the officers have a warrant. If they have a warrant, they will use force to gain entry. So if you don't want your door broken, I guess let the warrant take place there. That is constitutional. Do not leave your home or property or go outside. They will likely detain you and prevent you from re-entry until they are done with their warrant and they leave the premises. Do not consent to a search. Do not consent. Another one that they're talking about here, number one, if you choose or are forced to provide property to the ATF, if you are forced to surrender under duress or threat or intimidation, or if you want to voluntarily surrender, there are some things you need to know as well. If you can, have your lawyer represent you and engage with the federal agents and the ATF on your behalf. Let your lawyer do it. They're not going to lock up your lawyer. Do not volunteer any information or speak with any agent other than to advise them that your property is being provided to them under protest. Do attempt to photograph items being surrendered under protest to document the condition of the items at the time of surrender. Do ensure that you receive a completed property receipt on ATF form, and this is important. The numbers here are very important. You want to have the completed property receipt on ATF form 3400.23. That's the receipt of property and other items. Do, after signing, request a copy and or photograph the signed copy for your records. Only sign ATF form 3400.23. The numbers mean something. Do not sign ATF form 3400.1. That's the consent to forfeiture or destruction of property and waiver of notice. Should you sign form 3400.1, you voluntarily surrender and relinquish all rights, title, and interest in, and all claims to the property listed on the form. Do separately document your experience of the encounter in writing. Note your location, the date, and the time of your interaction with the ATF agents, the names and other identifying information such as badge or ID numbers, contact numbers, business cards, etc. They have to provide identification. And do this for all ATF agents or persons you spoke with. If you can, for even people you didn't speak with who are on your property, I have them identify themselves as well, and have the details of your discussions, as well as any other information they told you or provided you. As always, you can reach out to your own lawyer if you want, but this information I gave you is for educational purposes only. It is not legal advice. Seek an attorney if you have one of these items. That would be my suggestion to you. Talk to an attorney. I'll have this link down below for the FPC information if you want it. If you want to have it handy, maybe take a screenshot of it. But the ATF is making some visits. Now, will they visit everybody? Don't know. Will they prosecute people for this? Don't know. Remember, these items were perfectly legal until somebody had a hair across their rectum and made another rule change. This is the administration of rule changes that just make law-abiding citizens felons. But the ATF is a-knockin', and I wanted you to know what you should or should not do. So please pass this information along. And as always, thank you for watching Guns and Gadgets. Please subscribe to this channel if you want more news like this on the Second Amendment, whether it's good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. Every single day, no matter where it happens in this great nation, I'll bring it to you. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.